war, Jerusalem became one whole city, like East and West Jerusalem. They became one thing. But it's of course that always in Judaism, each event is always have some deep spiritual roots, and we try to understand what stand behind all this event. And today we'll talk about Jerusalem, like the spiritual meaning of this town. You probably know, you've heard about that a lot of time, that Jerusalem, it's a holy city, like Vatican or Mecca. Yes, I'm right? No, of course not. I'm not right. Jerusalem is like Mecca, like Vatican. Chas v'chalila. Holy city, it's not it's not what we mean. Like they mean when they think about their places. No. Jerusalem something else. When we say about holy city, it's absolutely different meaning than what they think. And we'll try to understand what it is. But before we'll start, you have to analyze, like think about this expression, holy city. It's really oxymoron. Oxymoron, it means that there are two subjects that they, in one sentence, that they denied each other. It's like a hot ice or black snow. It's impossible. There is no such a thing. And this is oxymoron. So the same thing. It's a holy city. What do you mean, holy city? There is Beit HaMikdash, there is a temple. Okay, this is holy. But city cannot be holy. Think about what's going on in a city, in town, on those days, 2,030 years ago. What, you know that, I don't know how it's said in English, all like in the middle of main street on this holy city, in the middle of this street, it was some like a canal, like a channel, that in this channel they all, when they go to toilet, that everything is thrown in this channel. Canalization, you say it in English? How you say it in? Sewage. Biuv.
Yes, sewer. The sewer is sewage system.
Sewage system. That was in each town. And animals went in these streets, and they did all their thing in the street, and they sent the meat, and they a lot of flies and terrible smells. That is holy. It's like there is no such thing as holy market. It's impossible. So what makes this city holy? And the fact that there is temple, it doesn't make it. It's temple holy. So what mean town holy? Maybe we think about Jerusalem in heaven. There is such a thing in Gemara, Masechet Ta'anit. It's written that there is two Jerusalem. Jerusalem in heaven, and Jerusalem here in the earth. Like upper Jerusalem and low Jerusalem. But Chazal says that Jerusalem in this world, like down Jerusalem, this is holy. So we try to understand what they mean. And you probably know that from our childhood, we always compare between something spiritual, something matter, and spiritual it's better, and holy it's better than I don't know how to say it. Opposite of holy, profane or mundane. Profane, okay. Mundane. It's like a, of course, holy. It's much more high than something regular and our life. That's what how we, and the matter. It's something rough and something low, something down, and the spirit. It's high and it's better, of course. That's how we learn from our childhood. Since our childhood. But we pay attention that this world doesn't build in according to this conception. Because in this world, we can live without prayer, without spiritual things. And we'll die without water, without food, without other things. If it's so important, why we should have some temptation to learn Torah, to pray, to do something good things, mitzvot. And we do have temptation to all kind of bad things, like pride, you say, pride and sexual desires, arayot. How say arayot? Sexual desire. Lust. Yeah. All those temptations that we have, and money, they, for us, it's much more important. Majority of people in this world, money is very important. And that's it. You good guy, and you have good character, and you did a lot of good things. It's okay. So you're naive or friar. Why? Why Hashem create this world in order that matter pull us much more than spirit, pull us down to itself. It's first. Also, so we can have a good answer. You probably know this answer also from childhood. It's pulled us in order that we should struggle against of that we should win our Yetzer Hara and all these bad things. But in this situation, if we explain in this way, you probably immediately see that this explanation means that our world, all world, it's something bad. This world, all the world, something bad that you have to struggle against of that. How saying להתגבר, to overcome. Yeah, something that you have to overcome. Or conquered. Or conquered, it means to capture. It's like conquered. It's overcome. Yeah. In a sense, it's like our world. It's something that it's not so nice, not so good, and that it's impossible. It's impossible explanation. It's good for children, but for adults, no. Hashem create to us some something that we can fall down. It's like michshol. How is it? Michshol, something that...
בשביל העיוורים, כדי שהם ייפולו.
yeah.
Stumbling block. Trap? Stumbling block. Before the blind, yeah. That's the word.
You understand that it's impossible. Our world is stumbling block. This it's impossible. Old world. So we have to understand deeply than what we explain when people explain in Christianity. And real explanation is that the fact that this world attracts us, it's because this world, it's something good, something very good. The matter, it's hiding there something greater than in spirit. And in holy there is something much higher than in spirit, in sanctity. No, I didn't say it in the right way. Not in holy. In profane, there is something much higher than in holiness, than sanctity. This is it. In profane, there is some privilege, something much, not just something, but essence, not like a expression, but essence of profane. It's higher than essence in holiness. Yes, I know that it's difficult to understand. It's like against of what we learn from kindergarten, but still, I want to. It means higher. It means that closer to Hashem's will. Why?
Now I'm listening.
Okay, we'll learn and we'll.
I can't explain it.
Okay.
Because I think we all have, except for the Rav, we all have this childish understanding of holiness and
So what's special in matter then doesn't exist in spirit? First of all, there are a few things, but the main thing, it's something that it's how you say sedentary center.
Shelozaz?
No, something that sure, that you are sure, certain. In matter, that I have no doubts what I have here, but spirit, maybe it's good in this way, maybe in this way. You can say like this. I can something opposite, contradict to each other. The spirit, it's not certain. And that is, it's very, very certain, and you are sure in that. It's first. Second, it's something very exact. There is exact borders. In spirit, not. Spirit, you always can say like this, a little bit like this. Here, that's very, very, very. But the main proof with what I said. It's from the fact that Hashem create this physical world. Think about. We say there is a like a poem. It's not poem. It's like a poetry. Adon olam asher malach beterem kol yitzir nivra. It's a song. We can make it. Hashem, he conduct all this world before anything was created. This is the word of this thing. Hashem, malach, beterem kol yitzir nivra. Before everything was created. So it was perfect world. It was absolutely ideal world. If it was so ideal and so perfect, why you should create something? And if you create, it has to be elevation. It's not something that destruction and something, some terrible thing to do. Think logically, without any like the odd gdumot. It's like a previous conception or what you thought, what you get used to from childhood. Think logically now. Think. If Hashem create physical world, it means that it was something better than it was before. Otherwise, why he should create this physical? Of course it was better. And if it was better, we have to understand what it is. Before everything was holy, yes, but he create profane. He creates something that not holy. Why? It means that it was something better in non-holy, in mundane, than it was before. And we try to understand why, what it was there. Why he create physical world. And in order to understand that, we have to say that our rabbis, Chazal, they said it straight, they call these two levels of Hashem's appearance in this world, like a spiritual and physical, or let's say holiness and profane. They call it like a Yerushalayim shel Mala and Yerushalayim shel Mata, Jerusalem in heaven and Jerusalem in earth. Down, down. And Gemara in Masechet Ta'anit in just a moment. Yeah, in page 5. Gemara in Masechet Ta'anit, page 5, says like this: Hashem swear that he won't go into Jerusalem in heaven, upper Jerusalem, before he'll come in Jerusalem down. Why? Because down was more important. And that's what explained Orech Chaim HaKadosh, he great rabbi that lives 250 years ago. He said like this, that הרי זה מגיד שחביבה לו של מטה יותר משל מעלה. It means, and he explained, he like more Jerusalem in earth than Jerusalem in heaven. גם כשנשכיל בטעם בריאת כל העולם, and when we'll understand about creation, all the world, נדע, we'll know, כי עיקר הם התחתונים, שהם עמו ונחלתו. And we'll know that the main thing in this world, it's down. It's world in earth, in matter. ולפי זה יכוון הכתוב לומר סדר הבריאה לא זו אף זו בדרך חיבה. And he'll say, and that's why when Hashem written in Torah about creation of the world, he express his sympathy to physical world, like that he put Bereshit bara Elokim et hashamayim, and not just shamayim, but also aretz. In Genesis, Hashem create heaven, and Or HaChaim HaKadosh says, but not just heaven, but also earth. It was. It comes like from one step to another step. Bereshit bara Elokim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Shamayim, okay. Shamayim, it means angels, everything that was in Shamayim, in the heaven. And that's what he says. Bereshit bara Elokim et hashamayim ve'od bara bria yoter chaviva. And then he created this heaven. Ve'od bara bria yoter, and then he creates something much more that he likes. Chaviva etzlo ve'meula yoter, and meula. How is it in meula yoter? Perfect, more like yeah.
Even more so.
Yeah.
More so than that.
וחביבה יותר אצלו ומעולה יותר, והיא הארץ, שהשמיים אדרבה, תלויים בה, and heaven depend on earth. What going in heaven, it depends on earth. How do you know? When Hashem said in Masechet Tani that he won't get to Jerusalem in heaven before he come to Jerusalem in earth. It's weird. I know that it's contradict everything that we learned, that we know, what we expect. I know. For me, it also was a great surprise when I first time learned that. It's like a revolutionary idea. But the what is special in Judaism, it's when we learn something, we try to learn from our sources, not what I think or what I've heard or I never heard. Understand? We want to know what Hashem tell us. It comes from Sinai through Moshe and all great rabbis until today. And if there is such a great rabbi, great authority like Or HaChaim HaKadosh, we have to open our ears and our mind and try to understand what they teach us. Yes.
I just want to know, why do we have to have this childish idea first, and then
yes.
It's not like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yes. Yeah. Good question. Right.
Why can't we just have the real thing for the
Yes. Yeah. Can. Yeah. Mm-hmm. In order to answer to your question, I have to teach you something a little bit from nuclear physics. and then you understand it's easily to this. You probably have heard that atom built from nuclear, it's proton and electrons. This is nuclear, plutonium, built from small pieces like this, and this is electron. And number of electrons depends what kind of atom it is. It's not really right thing. It's usually how people explain about atom because it's easy to explain in this way. But really, it's not like this. There is no trajectory. It's trajectory. There is no such a thing. It's whole. It's in any place all the time, and it's much different than what people usually explain. But we should know that it's simple model, simple like a very. The idea of atom that if you able to split this nuclear, there comes a lot of energy, terrible energy. Maybe the good example to this energy, it's a ptsat atom, it's a bomb, atoms bomb that was thrown to Hiroshima, Nagasaki. That's how they did. And if this energy comes little by little, they can give you like a light, the energy, electricity for like Jerusalem for all year. Yeah, this amount of so it calls radioactive thing because in normal atom it's impossible to break it. Like I did it like this, it's impossible to break. But there is uranium, plutonium, strontium. They can be broken because they're special. They're radioactive. Radioactive is not because they've heard a lot of radio. It's because there is a matter that calls radii. And radii, you can split it. Radii and other matters, radioactives. They have not such a strong connection here. And this is a huge, it's huge energy. Now, 5 years approximately after that Americans create first nuclear bomb, atoms bomb, Russians create a different bomb, hydrogenical bomb. This bomb was built in opposite principle. Hydrogenical, it means
hydrogen bomb.
How say how?
Hydrogen bomb.
Hydrogen bomb. This hydrogen bomb, it was about 100 times stronger than atomic bombs. And how they did it? They did 2 nuclear of hydrogen, and they combined between them. It's also a thing that's impossible to do almost in nature. Like in nature, there is no such a thing to split protons. It's also in nature that it's impossible to combine two atoms together, two nuclears together. It's impossible in any matter except of hydrogen. Okay? Now, they when they combine, the energy was, as you say, so strong that they start to afraid, and they did stronger and stronger. Russians, and also Americans did. They also had this kind of bomb. So they start to afraid, and they can split the whole Earth. And they stopped with this their things, but they have today. They have this kind of bombs. The thing is that only one power in all the world can combine between two nuclears. What kind of power it is? Atomic bomb. In order to create hydrogen's bomb, you have to first make an explosion of atomic bombs, and that explosion then make two atoms together from hydrogen, and then they have real explosion, the real terrible bomb. Okay? Now, after that I explain you this thing in physics, now I want to use this example for explanation of holiness and profane, matter and spirit, and to explain you why we teach our children that the spirit higher than matter. The matter is it's like a hydrogenical bomb, and holiness it's atomic bombs. Without atomic bomb, without spiritual, it's impossible to get to real matter. It's and impossible to get to profane.
Mundane.
To mundane, yes.
Profane זה יותר שלילי.
To mundane, yeah. To mundane. You understand? Without holiness, impossible to get to mundane. Sanctity, it's just sanctity, you say? Sanctity? Sanctity, it's just like a switch. It's a instrument, it's a tool that leads us to mundane. And without this tool, mundane and matter will swallow us. We'll get lost in this world of mundane. We will be slaves of matter, like majority of the people in this world. They can, in their desire and their temptation, they can steal, kill, to go to jail. Why? Because they have some $1 million, or because he sees some wonderful woman. You understand what's kind of power in this how is it, lost sexual temptation?
Lust. L-U-S-T.
L-U-S-T in lust. He gets lost in that.
Lust and lust.
Yes, he gets lost in lust. For this lust, he can sit in jail for 10 years, and he knows it ahead. If you rape someone, you go in jail 10 years, and he is going to do that. Why? Because he's a slave of his desire, of his temptation. It's such a strong power. We're not aware about it. Like we weren't aware about some heterogenical tooth atoms, what it is. Before we learn really physics, like nuclear physics, people wouldn't be aware. What does it mean? Two atoms, two hydrogen. I mean, the air that we breathe can explode this world. No, we're not aware of what we have deal with, and we have deal with something nuclear power. People kill each other, and they know that they can be also killed. They last and they last until their last day. Their last days. And that's why we need to teach our children that it's more important that you'll be moral, that you'll be good person, that you will be holy, that you will prefer spirituality. But what for all that? In order to be able to take this power of matter, of mundane, and to use it for our connection with the Kadosh Baruch Hu. And just a moment. What time is this? I'm afraid that I'll keep you more.
Lunchtime, yes. It's 1 or 2.
Oh, you have to stop. Okay, so go to your matter and to your food and that. But that, in like a last sentence, I want to tell you. This is idea of Jerusalem. Jerusalem Yerushalayim shel Mata. It's a Jerusalem that it's like a symbol. It's an icon. Yeah, it's like a symbol of using right way like a physical world, physical power, a mundane world. That's what we celebrate. That's what stands behind this day of Jerusalem. Sinner, you understand? Okay.